Speaking human.
It's the holidays. You know what that means. A nice drink, a nice spirit sitting by the fire.
Yeah, and our classic holiday episode. We don't do holiday episodes every single year, it's really a travesty. It's a shame.
We've done a good amount of holiday episodes over the years. Looking back,
Yeah.
we've got a handful. Holiday favorites, holiday gems.
Yeah. But it's that time of year, when you feel jovial, when you feel jolly.
A little warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, you feel good inside. You have a lot of hope for mankind, people being good to each other.
Sitting around the fire, maybe opening presents, and then all of a sudden, bam! We're gonna ask some serious, heavy-hitting Christmas questions. Let's get right into it. Why don't you pull one out of the sack and ask the first burning question? Be careful though, they're hot.
All right, the first burning question, Shad, for you. What is your favorite character from any Christmas movie?
Definitely coming out hot there. This is a tough one. But if I'm playing it straight, if I'm not trying to get too clever with it, I'm gonna go with Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell, playing the human embodiment of Christmas. Elf, probably not my favorite Christmas movie, but I think that character, strongest character, most memorable character, fully committed, going for it, really a standout to me when I think of Christmas character.
Hope you find your dad, buddy. One of the best quotes of that.
The narwhal?
The narwhal. Yeah. So, this isn't really a Christmas movie, I don't think, per se, but I was going to go with Olaf, the snowman from Frozen.
Associated with winter, and yeah, why not?
I think it's appropriate because he's a snowman, which makes sense for this discussion. What I really liked about him, he was a dreamer. He was a real dreamer. During the holidays, sometimes I'm also dreaming of summer, as in, his iconic summer song that he sings in that.
In summer.
One of my favorite scenes of any Disney movie, honestly.
I thought for sure you're going, probably your favorite Christmas movie, my favorite Christmas movie, National Lampoon's Clark Griswold or Cousin Eddie or someone from that family.
I do love that movie. It is a movie that I watch every single year.
It's the best Christmas movie, and I don't even think it's close.
It's just got it all. Hey, knock knock.
Who's there?
Merry.
Mary who?
Merry Christmas.
Ah. Come on, baby, light my fire. Next question out of the bag. Next burning question. Patrick, what's your favorite holiday dessert?
Who doesn't say sugar cookies? Raise your hands. I can't see you, but raise your hands if you don't like sugar cookies. You're in trouble. You're in big, big trouble. You're getting a lump of coal in your stocking.
I mean, I would go cookies. I don't know if personally I would go sugar cookies, but sugar cookies, iconic.
Yeah, I mean, sugar cookies are intrinsically linked with the holidays. Decorating sugar cookies. I mean, granted, you got snickerdoodles and things like that, but sugar cookies are the holidays, right?
Yeah, they belong there. They may not be the best tasting cookie, but they're the most appropriate cookie. Quick sub-question to this question. when I was thinking about holiday dessert. Does eggnog count as a dessert?
I think that would be a drink. Cordial, if you will.
Okay, yeah. Because I'd probably pick the nog over the cookie if I'm choosing.
Would you now?
Yeah.
All right.
I love a good cup of eggnog.
Huh. Interesting. I've never been a huge eggnog. I mean, I'll drink it.
This is what eggnog does. You're either in or you're out. Not many people who are like, meh. I guess you're kind of like that, but...
Yeah, yeah. You know what's better than a real fire? This one right here. So Shad, this is an odd question in our burning holiday questions. Would you rather be beaten with a candy cane or a mistletoe branch?
A lot of times in my life I've thought about this question.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough one, kind of. Let me ask this. Regular size candy cane, or are we talking like a much larger candy cane?
Let's just say it's a much larger candy cane.
I would think, because, you know, I'm going to go with the candy cane.
Really?
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I think the candy cane is going to break, as candy canes often do. It's going to break into pieces. It's going to break sooner than the mistletoe branch. It's probably going to hold up like a whip. So that's what I'm going to go with, the candy cane.
That's pretty good. Here's my answer to that.
Okay. Different direction?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to say mistletoe branch, and here's my rationale. Because hopefully someone would kiss my boo-boos afterwards. Because it's mistletoe. Hopefully someone takes the cue with the mistletoe, right?
You're going to need it. You're going to have a lot of them after that mistletoe Be like, I'm fine. Candy cane crumbled instantly into like 1,000 pieces. Bet you never had a fire that could speak human. Better slow down. Think you might have had too many.
That's wonderful. I love that. Too many what?
All right, the next burning question out of the Christmas sack is a real hot button issue. Big debate over this one. Christmas trees, artificial or real? What are you choosing?
100% I'm going to say artificial. Who wants to mess with real trees, really? I mean, I've done them. I don't like them. Plus, we need trees to stay in nature. That's my rationale there.
It's a good take. I can say I'm on the other side. I've always been a real tree guy. I've been a proponent of the real tree, but age and experience, you know, a decade plus of like hauling in a real tree, escalating prices of real trees are pushing me. I'm beginning to see the light of the artificial. And, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe it's better not to kill millions of trees every year, just to put them in your house and then throw them away. Yeah. So, real tree when you're 30, artificial when you're 50.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Throw another log on. It's getting a little chilly in here.
All right, here's a very polarizing question, Chad. Something that I think it could end us right now. Fireplace videos, dumb or clever marketing idea?
Funny you should ask that right now as we're talking over a fireplace. I'm going to toe the line here and say clever and dumb. Can I do that?
Sure.
Like a lot of marketing these days, it's more about the idea than the actual thing itself. Call it concept marketing. You know, it's more about getting people thinking about and talking about the thing that you've created than consuming the actual thing. You know, I'm sure more people will see that you've created this fireplace video than will actually be watching this fireplace video. It's kind of like the weird food combinations that, you know, brands will always come out with, you know, like Skittles flavored lettuce is an example I just made up. But things like that where you're like, why would they make that? I would never eat that. But I'm paying attention and I'm reading about it right now. Things that exist for the reason just of, it's kind of fun that they exist.
Yeah. Or lettuce flavored Skittles. It's a Skittles. Skittles flavored lettuce.
Skittles flavored lettuce. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody will partake in those. Yeah, I say hilariously dumb. You know, it's dumb. But you know what? We're having fun doing it. And maybe the small percentage of people who are actually listening to the fireplace video, maybe they'll get some enjoyment. And that'll be good. We can bring hope and laughter and love into just one person's life, right?
Just one.
Makes it all worth it. I don't want to be one to gloat, but some of those questions we've been answering are hot.
Real hot. All right. Next up, let me reach in that bag. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. Next question. What brand would Ebenezer Scrooge be a good spokesperson for?
A bank? Merrill Lynch, maybe? Or like Charles Schwab? What do you think?
I can see it. You know, we know he likes money.
I want some more money. I want to invest my money.
What if they show a secret room at like Merrill Lynch and it's just like they've cloned Ebenezer Scrooge, so it's just like thousands of Scrooges. Thousands of Scrooges working for you, Merrill Lynch.
Ooh, I like that concept.
Basically, we're the greediest people on earth.
Mm-hmm. We help you keep your money.
We help you keep your money.
If we were like stock trading, it'd be cool if they had like the Ebenezer Fund.
Or maybe that's something or maybe it's like GoDaddy. Choosing the right name is important, right, Ebenezer? I was thinking, you know, something that maybe turns him around a little bit. So maybe it's Google. Maybe he's Googling all the things he hates and finding some information about, oh, Tiny Tim, not so bad after all. There's something there, but yeah, have to work those ones out a little more, I think. But I will say, the name Ebenezer makes me laugh every time. I don't know
Yeah.
why. You guys opening presents? What'd you get? A monkey?
We love monkeys. We love monkeys at Speaking Human. So, Shad, burning holiday question. Socks, good or bad stocking stuffer?
Controversial opinion. I know socks get a bad reputation. They're kind of boring. They're a little bit bland. I'm for socks. I think this is a great time to get socks. I like the routine of knowing that those socks are coming. I don't have to waste my time buying my own socks at a different part of the year. I can just get the socks. Happy to get them. It makes things easy. I'm for socks. I'm pro socks in the stocking. Socks in my socks. I like it.
I'm going to say this, kind of like your answer to trees. For young people, aka the kids, bad. For older people, aka me and you, good. Because I sadly like a good pair of socks in my old age, like you. I say that, a good pair of socks, right?
Yeah, nice pair of Bombas.
Yeah, something soft and something that makes you feel like you're walking on clouds. Nothing better. But as a kid, nothing worse than getting clothes, right?
Yeah, you just like moving on, you know, immediately you like rip those open, kind of throw them aside. You're like on to the next thing.
Yep. Someone told me if you turn up the volume, it also makes it hotter in the room.
All right, next up, are you into a cheese advent calendar? Is this something you would want? Is this a calendar you would enjoy?
No, I don't eat dairy. And when I do, I bloat like Santa Claus.
What if it was a non-dairy cheese advent calendar?
No. Non-dairy cheese can be good. Non-dairy cheese needs to be eaten with something. It's not a really good thing to eat by itself.
I think we talked about this on our plant-based episode. It needs some work.
Right.
They're not there yet with it. It's fine on a taco.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm pro though. I'm the other way. I like a good cheese. I like the variety of cheeses. So the idea of all these different cheeses you get to try each day. Though I imagine you got to keep this puppy refrigerated or it can get a little moldy. And there's some, very exotic cheeses you get to experiment with, expand your palate. I'm in.
Yeah, when I ate cheese, I agree with you. Cheese advent calendar would be pretty good. I'd be willing.
What about a stocking just filled with cheese? No wrapper.
That's the worst idea I've ever heard. I would beat you with that stocking full of cheese if you gave it to me.
Where are my socks?
So here's a burning question for you, Shad. What kind of advent calendar would you like to will into existence?
Tough question, because my guess is any sort of advent calendar you could think of at this point in time probably already exists. This has become a expanding market, it seems. They have a lot of them. But, I think of an alcohol, a whiskey or something like that, a different kind every day. That could be interesting. I also thought of something like a new movie, a new streaming movie. You get one every day, and you have to watch it. Or it expires, you get it just for that day or something like that. So those are kind of two of the ideas I had off the top of my head. Good question.
I do love the movie idea. That's pretty good. I hope they make that. I will tell you, if I'm going to will something into existence, I went sort of way off the reservation.
Okay.
What about an interdimensional time travel advent calendar? So listen, you can walk into the door each day and step into a place in history or the future just for that day, but it's totally random and you won't know where you're going until you get there.
Oh, I love that. It's so good.
How awesome would that be? Willing it into existence means I just, obviously this is like way crazy.
Yeah, that's
idea.
fine. That's better. No limits. You are not even tethered to reality. I like that. You could open up your advent calendar and walk onto a battlefield, in like the Civil War.
You could. Maybe there's some like safety. You won't die.
No.
Or maybe you do die. I don't know.
Enter at your own risk.
Yeah.
There could also be, even just a like version of this. Maybe that it's just like within your own lifetime. Right?
Yeah.
Like a moment in your life.
That would be cool.
Or terrible.
Right? Or terrible. I mean, you sort of have to be okay with...
You have to have an adventurous spirit. You have to be the type of person who wants to, curious, wants to go through these experiences. I love this idea. I think that's fantastic.
We could do a whole episode on that, right?
Yeah. That's basically a fuzz right there.
It is. Hey, can you bring those chestnuts? You see them? They're on the table. Can you bring those over here?
Super weird you're not roasting chestnuts right now. Super weird. All right, next question, Patrick. This one's called the Christmas movie crossover. What two Christmas movies would you like to see brought together to create a new movie?
It's good. I am gonna say Die Hard and Santa Claus. Oh wait, that just came out. It's called Violent Night with David Harbour from Stranger Things. Plug. We don't have anything to do with that movie, by the way, but we thought you'd enjoy that. That's it. That's all I got. It was a short answer.
It's funny, I immediately thought of the same. I went to the same thing. I'm like, oh, what about doing like Die Hard and The Santa Claus, or Home Alone and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Then I'm like, oh, it's Violent Night. So Violent Night has basically taken every Christmas movie and just put it all together. So it's been done.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Violent Night, so I don't know if it's been done well. But I'm interested.
I might check that out on streaming. chat. Next question for our burning questions. The Grinch, Krampus, or all of Santa's reindeer? Who would you rather have use your bathroom?
This might be the hardest question I've ever had to answer. I'm going to use a little process of elimination to try to get to my answer here.
Okay.
I'm going to immediately take out all of Santa's reindeers. All of them together in that room. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't want them in there. I'm going to knock them out. So that leaves me with the Grinch and Krampus, right?
Yeah. Jim Carrey's the Grinch or...
Either way.
All right.
I got to tell you, I don't know why. I'm a little worried about what the Grinch is going to produce in the bathroom. It just seems, he's angry. I feel a little safer with Krampus. At least I can deal with it. I know what I'm getting. There's less unpredictability there. I'm going to choose Krampus. It might be the wrong choice, and it might be for the wrong reasons, but that's what I'm going with.
That's interesting. I'm going to go with all of Santa's reindeer. I feel like just the hospitality of giving Santa's reindeer the bathroom, at least I might get to fly.
That might look fondly on you. They might reward you.
Yeah. I don't think I'd get that from Krampus. The Grinch, it's not all that merry and jolly.
No, but it could be like less, I won't take vengeance on you like I am everybody else.
True.
Or maybe I was coming to do something really bad to you, and now he's okay. I'm not going to do what I was going to do.
Interesting. Hey, you.
Turn up the volume.
It's the holidays.
You need to hear us better. Patrick, a holiday marketing question for you. We know classic commercials. We've talked about classic holiday commercials before on our podcast, Speaking Human, which you can find at speakinghuman.com. So here's the question. Hershey's Holiday Bells, a beloved commercial, or Folgers, Peter Comes Home, two classic holiday commercials. You have to watch one of them for the rest of your life, just on repeat, nonstop. Same commercial, over and over. Which one do you choose?
I think we both know the answer to this one. It's the delectable Peter Comes Home. I'm just kidding. I think I would pick the Hershey's Holiday Bells.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I go back and forth on this one because here's how I'm thinking about it. The Holiday Bells, don't you think the sound would just slowly drive you insane? Like the repeated sound over and over again?
Probably, but at that point, then it wouldn't matter. Having to watch that monstrosity of a commercial with Peter Comes Home, I think I would probably be like, yeah,
When I think about it a little more, here's how I think it would kind of play out. Comparing the two.
Okay.
Hershey's Holiday Bells. At first, you're like, okay, it's cool. Then the middle years or the middle decades, just the sound is insane. You're just like, stop. And then finally, in the end, it's a calming sound. You're okay with it. You're getting used to the bells, right?
Yeah.
Peter comes home kind of like inverse, right? In the beginning, you're like, oh, this is terrible. In the middle decade, you're like, this has gotten really interesting. I'm like starting to see things in here that I never saw before. Every time I watch it, it's like a new thing. It's like a new movie. And then the last decade, you're like, this is awful again. Somebody make it stop, please. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? So you're probably right. It's the holiday bells.
Yeah, the bells. Hey Alexa, play the Speaking Human podcast. This is my favorite time of year. How about you? Here's one. What are your favorite and least favorite holiday words?
Favorite. I think I'm going to go with, part of me wants to say naughty, but I won't. I won't do it.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, just kidding. That's not my favorite. I like the name of some of the reindeers. I don't know if that counts as a holiday word, so I'm going to say jingle. I like jingle because, we got the song jingle that we see in commercials. And just, jingle is one of those words that also has a musical connotation to it. So I'm into jingle.
Okay.
Least favorite, clear, easy. It's Yule. I don't like that. I don't like the way it rolls off the tongue. It makes me uncomfortable.
That's interesting. So something happened to you when you were a kid with a Yule.
Yuled.
I can't really take this seriously, but I will tell you, I do like the word jovial. I've said it a couple times on the podcast so far. Jovial. I don't know what it is about that.
It's up there with romp for you. Not a holiday word, but just a word you like a lot.
Yeah, romp. Least favorite? Wassailing.
Oh, I don't even know what that is, but that's
Here
pretty
they
bad.
come a wassailing among the leaves so green.
That's what they say?
Yeah, wassailing.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't even know that was a thing.
It's also known as a Christmasing, or here we come a caroling. Wassailing was caroling.
Not a word you hear a lot. Is it a wassailing? Starts
No,
with
it's
an A?
just wassailing.
Oh, okay.
In the song, they say,
Okay,
here we come a wassailing among the leaves so green.
Yeah, that's a great choice. I can see why that word was excised from all vocabulary.
Yeah, that would be my least favorite.
It's a good one. You came up with the right answer, I think. I don't want to spoil your Christmas or anything, but there's socks in your stocking. Hey kid, get me a cookie.
Bring it up to the screen.
Another hot question for you, Patrick. Christmas versus Halloween. What's the more creative marketing holiday?
Halloween, 100%. And that's not even a contest. Because Halloween would smash Christmas over the head with creativity and then go on a murderous rampage through its winter campsite, terrorizing all of the teens who chose to do inappropriate things. You know? You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, but do you think this of the holiday itself, or you think this of the marketing around the holiday?
Oh no, the marketing around the holiday, I think it's just way more creative.
Yeah. I was hoping and waiting to provide a counterpoint to what you were saying, but I agree with you. I gotta say it. I mean, Christmas, for as much as I enjoy a lot of the Christmas, vibe and marketing, it's very similar from year to year. It's all, you know what you're getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does what it does. Halloween, a lot of variation to it, a lot of uniqueness to it, a lot more creativity, I think, kind of flowing through it.
Brands in general just get to be super clever. I'm not saying that there's not that in Christmas. It's just not to the level of Halloween.
No, with Christmas you have more of, let's create warmth, the feeling of comfort. You don't get the kind of weirdness you get with Halloween, like let's go off and do something kind of strange. Granted, we did have that, Christmas commercial where that guy pretended he was dead a few years ago, but you just don't see that stuff a whole lot. There's just not as much variation as you get. I think Halloween's, for me, and it sounds like for you too, that's the creative peak of marketing holidays.
This fire is really hot. And when I say really hot, I mean seriously, like I am literally on fire right now. Hey, just so you guys know, we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Burning question. Burning holiday question, Shad. And this is the one everyone's been waiting for. What actor would you like to see play Santa?
This is a good question. I'm gonna just go with my gut here. Intuitively, it's weird. It's Al Pacino.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just there, and I can kind of see it. You know, he's like at the age where he's kind of like he fits. He doesn't really physically fit the role, but you could see him doing his own variation on it. Santa's here.
Hoo-ah! That's the new ho ho ho. Hoo-ah!
And it would be super enjoyable.
Yeah. He was in my top 3. I do have to give you my top 2 though.
Yeah.
Tell me that these 2 are not perfect, that you would want to see them as Santa. A, Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks as Santa. Or our personal favorite, Christopher Walken. Tell me that would not be an amazing Santa. Just his take on it. Like Al Pacino almost, right?
Yeah, that's a twist. Hanks is like the perfect Santa, right? He fits the role that we've always known. Walken just takes it somewhere else.
Yeah. Al, I think, fits that, like the Walken.
Yeah, he'd be great. You know, if you want somebody who give the role a little more diversity, Denzel Washington, one of our best actors of all time, is probably now of close to the Santa age.
Yeah. Hey, what do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite.
Next question, Patrick. Snow or no? Would you rather have 6 feet of snow on Christmas or no snow at all?
On Christmas, I could do 8 feet of snow. Day after, no.
I think that is the absolutely appropriate answer. And probably everybody's answer. Except if you're like West Coast, then you're like, man, we can do without snow. I don't need snow, never had snow, don't want snow.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people like that. I think there's a lot of West Coast people who would love snow, maybe for that day. And then they'd be, traumatized if they had to deal with what we have to deal with.
That's probably true too. I guess sub-question to that could be, would you rather spend Christmas in Alaska or in Hawaii?
Hawaii.
That's pretty easy.
I mean, that's easy. For us, it's Hawaii, man, all day.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to spoil your Christmas, but I'm pretty sure there's people outside that are a-wassailing. That stocking looks pretty full. What's in there? Socks?
What do snowmen eat for dessert? Ice Krispies.
Oh. All right, burning holiday question, Chad. Pitting two characters against each other, Frosty versus Rudolph. Which character do you think has a better mythology?
Thinking the words to the song, to both songs.
Yeah.
Rudolph, triumphs. Frosty probably just turns back into a puddle, I think, at the end. But he'll come back again, maybe.
I felt like you were just literally singing the song as you were doing it in your head.
Yeah, basically. Because I'm figuring this out as we go on the fly here. I think I'm still going to go with Frosty. I don't know why I find him more interesting. I mean, a snowman who comes to life, he's nothing. And then all of a sudden magic has brought him to life versus a reindeer who's just got a glowing nose. I'm going with the magical snowman who animates. A hat brought him to life.
One day.
One day, yeah.
I'm 100% with you on this. I think Frosty, magic made some snow come to life. You can't compete with magic.
Even though his life is short.
Yeah, like you said, he might come back one day. Rudolph was picked on and became Santa's #1 reindeer. That's like the American dream, right? For sure.
Rudolph is basically if someone's like, tape a flashlight. I'm gonna tape a flashlight to your head.
Granted, Rudolph does have the gift of flight, so there is that.
But so do the other reindeers.
That's true. So 100% I'm with you. Frosty, all the way. Hey kid, how do you help someone who has lost their Christmas spirit? You nurse them back to elf. Shad, you know one of my favorite words? Jovial. All right, what's a brand that you feel could use more holiday spirit?
Maybe here is where the answer is Meta. I feel like that's a brand that has had a rough year. Peloton is kind of another one, I think. What do you think?
I would probably go with Amazon. Here's why. It's the people. People often complain of the working conditions at that place, right? could use a little holiday spirit. And granted, I don't know firsthand, but everything that I've read seems a little bit harsh.
Yeah, I think that actually is a great answer. And as you're seeing the trucks drive up and down and the boxes are everywhere, we know how much business they're getting over the holidays because it's so convenient. You got to imagine those people are just working like mad that are there. So you do hear a lot about the downside of being an employee there, especially over the holiday season. Brandon needed some help or some Christmas magic.
I mean, it's hot. It's hot in here.
Your mom just called and she told me your real name is Ebenezer.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. You know who does the best Al Pacino impressions? Shad does. Come on.
Santa's here!
That's jolly.
This fire is getting really hot. Kids better get to bed. Krampus is coming soon.
I hear him. Pacino claws.
Santa's here. Hooah!
Hey, I got a good question for you. Where do Santa's reindeer stop for coffee? Starbucks, of course.
Starbucks.
That was an easy one. Come on, you knew that one.
What did Santa say when he stepped in a big puddle? It must have reindeer. Reindeer? Reindeer? I don't know. Our final burning Christmas question. Patrick, let me ask you. If you had to live in a holiday commercial, which one would you choose?
It'd be the Corona O Tannenbaum. That's the commercial I would live in. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yep, the longest running Christmas commercial behind the bells.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to live somewhere, wouldn't it be right there, dude? Like on the beach?
Yeah, that's the one. I think you got it.
Hey, you guys better get to bed. Santa's coming to town. Did you hear that?
Santa's here.
Are you still listening? Boom.
Shakalaka.
That's the holidays in a nutshell. Or should I say, chestnut shell? Oh boy.